I do wish I would have started this podcast sooner. I do. I really do. But at the end of the day, I also have to stand, and that's my human part of me. But my spirit side understands and knows that everything happens when it's supposed to happen, and nothing is happening to me, but everything is happening for me, for my greatness.
Z-Notes Master Beats.
Now, before we get into it, just a heads up. I am not a mental health professional. What I share here is based on personal experiences and opinions. If you are dealing with a serious mental health crisis, you need to speak to someone immediately. Reach out to a professional. They know exactly what to do to help you. The information and advice that I give are for general insights, not a substitute for personal help. Please understand that your choices are your own. Now, let's do this journey together and remember, it's all about personal growth. Now let's get into today's episode. Well, hello, my beautiful butterflies. I missed you guys so very much. I want to welcome you back to another episode 20 of Becoming a Butterfly podcast. This is the place where it's never too late to become your better self. I'm your host, Christina Butterfly, also known as Chrissy the Artist. And today, guys, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. You know, I'm always excited to do this, but we are at episode 20. 20, 20, 20, 20. We are episode 20, 20, 20, 20. Guys, oh my God, we did it. We did it. We worked really hard. I worked really hard. But you guys helped me stay so consistent and so dedicated. And no, I'm not going to act like I drop videos every week. But for me, it is definitely about quantity over quality. And I will always want to show up and give you quantity information with a quantity podcast. Okay. So, with that being said, today we're going to do it a little different. We are going to have story time. As you've seen in the title, I'm going to talk about what I wish I would have could have did differently, how I'm moving forward in a podcast, what I'm grateful for, and we just going to get to know each other a little bit better. Okay. So, for those who don't really know my story, I started this podcast because I am a girl who was diagnosed with every single mental disorder you can think of. Okay. And I was told for a long time what I can't do, what I'm not capable of, things that I believed was so, learning how to have control of myself and my emotions despite what goes on around me. It took a long time for me to figure that out. I've been on Social Security since I was 26 years old. I've tried to commit suicide over 25, 30 times. We're going to lose count. And I'm just very grateful that I am here today. I'm also a girl who absolute absolutely love human design and astrology. See, those are the tools that help me really get a grip on not just what my purpose is, but what exactly are my gifts are, and what am I supposed to do while I'm here on this planet, why I'm created the way I am, why I always was the one with the cup half full, even though everything around me told me that damn cup was empty, let alone half empty. You feel me? But I never wanted to believe it. And even when I fell to believing that it's possibly true, it was something deep down inside of me that told me that I had to keep fighting. And so situations and circumstances was happening in my life, and I was absolutely amazed on how I mentally chose to handle it. You heard me say chose, okay? And so knowing that I already wanted to start the podcast, that pushed me. That pushed me to start immediately. And those episodes, you will have to go on my Facebook page to see them. Excuse me, my arm itch. But that's how it started. And so it allowed me to have my launch date, my father's birthday, which was January 4th of 2024 this year. And I cannot even explain to you how accomplished I feel every time I sit down here and I record a podcast, or when I sit down. Currently, I'm creating a bunch of digital products for next season, and all the hard work that I'm putting into all the information that I'm coming together, for what we're doing next season, which I'm going to talk about later on in the video. But just doing all this work, putting the effort in, you taking my business as a legitimate business, taking time off, which is something else we're going to talk about, but being able to really invest in myself. I can't even describe it. One, because I believe in my heart that I'm setting myself up for a future that's going to be truly unpredictable. And the truth of the matter is that if I don't have an entrepreneur business mindset, I'm really just sitting on the sideline hoping that the government or hoping that the system got my back, because I've been on Social Security since I was 26 years old. I am unemployable. I am. I'm very much unemployable, not just because of me being bipolar, but because I know me being bipolar put me in a position to be an entrepreneur, to learn all these skills, to teach other people how to survive on this earth. Because if I can figure out how to do it off of Social Security and mental disorders, there's no excuse for anyone else, right? So I started this podcast out of a necessity of believing that not only I, but we as a people, especially women in my age group, if you're 40 and older and you're not happy with your life, listen, I turned 45 in June. If you really sit back, if you starting anything on YouTube at 40, you have a high chance, because you got 40 years of experience, period. You got 40 years of life experience in you. What you overcome, what you're learning, what you want to learn, all those things. You can create a YouTube channel around it. And it's not just about giving information, but as you create this YouTube, you learn and get ideas and visions for what kind of products as I put on. Can I learn about affiliate marketing, which I'm definitely going to do next season? How to focus in on how to be to create consistent content, how to turn your contents into shorts. Now, your girl been really slacking on that. And we gonna get it together. We gonna get it together because I need for this podcast to grow. I want this podcast to grow. I want this podcast to be able to sustain my life. I want this podcast to give me financial freedom. And of course, that comes with creating products and, being consistent, adding shorts, growing my subscriber count. Speaking of that, I need you to push that subscribe button. Yes, I do. I need you to push that subscribe button. Hell, kick that subscribe button. But I need you to push that subscribe button, push that bell icon. I need you to share it. I need you to push that like button. I need you to let your friends and family know that your girl is on here teaching you something. Because we got to develop, we got to become better. Personal development is something that we have to take serious. We can't keep laying back expecting for other people to do things for us. And that includes the system, that includes the government, that includes if you can't go in your bank account and pay for it yourself. I personally feel like if you're working for another person, you putting a cap on your income. That's just how I feel. And not to say that people who have jobs should not be working, but you should also you should be including some type of side income. Some type of side income. It's so important. It's so important. And it takes time to create. So the longer it takes for you to come to grips of this is a way of being able to create more income, you basically being able to create real estate. Like having a YouTube channel is like having real estate on the internet with very low overhead. Very low overhead. But you create this space, you build it, you take time, you grow it, you nourish it, you make it look beautiful. We about to rebrand. I already created the new branding. We're going to upgrade the podcast brand. I'm going to have actually sit and put the already 20 episodes that we did on a podcast platform so I can really expand more. I'm just really want to take the time out to do all the back work. Do all the back work. Like these are things is what I have to do, what is important to building a brand and building a podcast or just creating YouTube in general. Okay, it's important. And I listen, we all see what's going on with the economy. We want to keep complaining about what the government isn't giving us instead of creating lanes for ourselves, because it's not as if the opportunities is not here for us. It excuse me, it absolutely is. It absolutely is. We have to reach our hand out and grab that thing. You understand me? So let's get into what it is I wish I knew. I wish I knew how good I would be at this podcast thing. I wish I would have had more confidence in myself a lot sooner. I wish I would have really buckled down, buckled down, and created digital product before I even started the podcast. I do. I really do. Speaking of that, I've created a 30-day mindset shift. And that's going to be one of the first digital products that I'm going to be putting out. It's going to be absolutely free. I'm extremely proud of it. It comes with your 30-day calendar, with your quote on it of what it is that your mindset is supposed to be on that day. You also have an instruction sheet. You will have a workbook sheet, and it's really just going to take you real simple. It'll take you 3 minutes a day, in the morning and in the evening, just to check in with yourself, to be intentional about changing the trajectory of your life. Okay. But doing this podcast gives me a sense of freedom, responsibility, urgency, and joy that I don't think I felt in a long time. It also helped me to dig deep into things that help keep me in line through all the things that I was going through in life. You feel what I'm saying? But I really do wish that I had started this process a lot sooner. Because, when you do a podcast or you get on YouTube, you got to do your research. You got to do, know your points and this information that you already know, that you got to go and touch up on. And you feel what I'm saying? Break down this information so that it makes sense. It gives you, it reminds you, because life still life. All right. Life still be life and things still be happening. Me and one of my daughters who already had a rough time, finally made up, finally got together, and then something happened in my house. So I confronted her about it, and all of a sudden, all hell break loose. I mean, to another level of disrespect. And so it's like, dang, like we just started. This is not what I want. This is not who I am. I'm not a person who wants to have these confrontations and beef with my grown daughters. You feel me? But you also not going to disrespect me. I also got to recognize that she's going through whatever she's going through. I'm an easy target, I guess. Thank God she don't live with me because your girl be in jail. But just having to say, you know what, I cannot allow even what my daughter, because she grown, right? She's not my child, a kid walking around in my house, and I ain't got to cater to your needs and none of that. I don't. You're a grown woman. And as far as I'm concerned, if you could talk to me like that, you're a grown woman. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't have to cater to your needs or how you feel. No, none of that. If you can't show respect for me, you can stand over wherever you at and stay there. You feel what I'm saying? I don't have to put myself in some kind of position or make myself feel less than to satisfy you. You understand? So I am intentionally looking at myself, intentionally working hard with myself, and making sure I stay on all of the tips and all of the tools that I was given to be able to survive. And this podcast allows me to keep those tools right up front, right front and center, you know? So I wish that I really would have started this sooner. Maybe it'll help me be able to remember my tools a lot easier. A lot easier. But I also have no regrets. Those are things that I just wish I would have done. The truth of the matter is that wishes are just that. Hopes and dreams are something that you wish you could have done. I prefer to focus on the things that I can do and the things that is happening, and find gratitude in the fact that, you know what, maybe God picked this age because this is the most content and settled I've ever been in my life. Ever been in my life. I can honestly sit on this podcast and live my truth. I can give you good tips and steps and stand on those things just because I know that I'm doing my damnedest to live my life in a manner that I could be proud of outside these cameras. And damn sure enough ain't gonna act like I still ain't go through nothing, okay? Or, I just still don't, not even so much don't go through nothing, but still don't get triggered or still don't act out. You feel what I'm saying? You catch me on a, well, I'm still working on my tongue because it's quick. It's quick. You feel what I'm saying? But I also can bring myself to a point of being, I've apologized when I'm wrong, to I'm doing now. My oldest son is giving him more positive um affirmations, as well as being honest about things that he not doing right. This make-believe ass world and I'm just all supposed to say just good stuff to you all day every day. That's not reality. If you ain't doing something, you ain't supposed to do it. Or if being lax, or like, no, I'm tough. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest. I'm not going to tell you that the sun that you pee and glitter. Like I'm just not gonna do that. You feel what I'm saying? If I am making it intentional to recognize when I see you are doing better and speak on that as loudly as I speak on the things that you're not doing so well at. So those are the things that I have been and am focusing on really hard. Really, 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 really hard. Because listen, your girl, I got to have a better life, y'all. I'm tired of, I ain't even paycheck to pay. Well, I'm paycheck to paycheck, but it ain't week to week or every other week. It's literally month to month. I'm to the point now where I had a tenant in my house. She's no longer in here, and I have no interest on renting a room out. Again, I don't. None. I have no interest for it. My two sons are here and they absolutely help me, but it's still tight. It's still hard. Um, Getting a job isn't an option right now. So just focusing fiercely on my business is what I know in my heart is what I'm supposed to be doing. So I have to make plans for moving forward. What do we do next? What are we going? What's happening next, right? Well, what's happening next is your girl is about to take a break. Yeah. I'm about to take about a 8 week break. I'm gonna just be honest. This is gonna be an 8 week break. And the purpose behind this break is honestly because of my health. The truth of the matter is that when I first started my podcast, very, very first started my podcast, I was going live on YouTube and live on Facebook. And at the same time, I was working on my weight. I developed type 2 diabetes. I've developed rheumatoid arthritis, which is something that, I dealt with anyway, but the flare up is way, way worse. I've developed neuropathy. I am currently dealing with swelling of the brain, and all of these things, everything, every last one of them, with my severe dry eyes, everything is related to my weight. Um, Now I'm not going to go all the way in complete detailed, um because the truth is I may be taking a break from the podcast, but I will not be taking a break from YouTube, because I will be recording my process. um I decided to start a second YouTube channel on about becoming Christina Butterfly. I think it's as important for me to build this podcast and have a podcast on you becoming a butterfly as the host and a coach of, as being a coach, a personal development coach. Authenticity and honesty is something that I feel is imperative. And I don't want anybody to think just because I've overcome a lot, I still don't have things that I currently need to overcome. And one of my biggest struggles is my weight. I am a food addict. I recognize the fact that I replaced all of my old addictions with food. Um, I am currently knocking on 300 door. I'm literally 4 pounds away from it. So I just can't waste any more time. Um, I'm choosing to go a way that a lot of people really don't agree with. I don't care. But I have mentioned this gentleman, this organization, this business, this YouTube channel before. It's called A Healthy Alternative with Chris James. And my biggest fear, guys, is loose skin. That's my biggest fear. And so other steps and ways of losing weight at my size have a high chance of loose skin. Not to mention, raised in my beliefs and my faith, I truly believe in the power of fasting, not just for losing weight, but for also spiritual cleansing and mindset shifting. So I am going to take a different route, but I also need to be able to really focus. Um, the first week or so of fasting is not easy. It's not easy at all. I'm currently, this week is my prep week. I am on day 4 of my prep week. I'm so proud of myself. I haven't drunk any juice. I haven't drunk any soda. I haven't had any snacks, any unhealthy snacks. I've definitely went to Aldi's and took time and purchased more healthier choices for snacks. But being intentional, like I don't eat until 12 o'clock. I don't eat anything after 8 o'clock. And your girl is a huge snacker. Like huge. Like I will take down 2 bags of sunflower seeds in a few hours. Big bags. I ain't talking about little bags. I'm talking about big boys. Okay. So I was just dealing with a lot of just medical issues and not having self-control over my food, what I eat, how I eat, what time I eat. I was just doing whatever. And so I said that I want to be intentional. I want to be intentional about this process. Um, I also want to be able to record the process, which is a lot. It's going to be a lot for me. I'm going to be learning a new process of recording, and it's still going to be a whole lot of sitting talking. Um, but I really do want to take you guys on this journey. If you're struggling, with losing weight, um, my first episode is going to be talking about why I chose not to get weight loss surgery or bariatric surgery. So I'm not going to get deep into that because that's going to be a whole episode. But that is the reason why. Excuse me. That's the reason why I decided that I am going to take a break, a legit break. And also, in the development of my podcast, I wanted to sit back and study. I wanted to study, well, not so much study, but think about how television work. How would a regular segment, work? Like people who have whole shows and segments, they take time off. I know that on YouTube it's so important. They talk about consistency. Well, for me, consistency is creating a way that I don't burn out so that I can continue to upload videos for years to come. I want to be able to do this and be able to create a life that's sustainable. I watch more videos than I can count in this year alone of YouTubers burning out, quitting YouTube, walking away, just feeling like this is too much. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be the one who burns out. So, last the season that's about to end, I've took quite a few breaks in between, just figuring things out, understanding, never more than a month ever. Except for once. I'm sorry. I did my 10 episodes, then I took a 6-week break, and then I did the next 10 episodes. Next season, I am going to be, after I come back, after my 8 weeks, my 2 months break, when I come back, but your girl come back in October. Listen, when your girl come back in October, I will be doing 20 episodes straight. 20 episodes straight. I was about to say every single week, but 20 episodes straight. I'm not going to take a 6-week break. Like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do 20 episodes straight, and then I'm going to take an 8-week break. And this is what we're going to do as long as your girl podcast is here on this YouTube. Okay. Like, I got to be real. I got to be real. I got to be real. I got to be honest. Who I am, how do I want to create this as a life? I want to be able to take time away and create the digital products, all that stuff behind the scenes, and to be able to come back and focus. Because until your girl have the money to be able to hire a team to allow me to be even more consistent, I'm not about to set myself to be burnt out. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. It's not happening. Okay. I do not work on the weekends in any capacity. In any capacity. I want to get to the point where I can have Monday and Tuesday off, and that's just gonna be I'm gonna be very honest. Is what I mean Monday and Fridays, not Tuesdays, but to have Mondays and Fridays off, Um, because personally to be Mondays and Fridays be the hardest days for me to even think about working. It just truly is. So, but I'm not at that place yet. So, I take maybe one Friday off a month, but other than that, I don't work on the weekends at all in any capacity, like at any capacity. But my goal is just to set myself up for longevity. That is what my goal is. And although when you're watching, people who talk about building a YouTube channel, they say you at least have to do once a week, which is true. However, YouTube is also not like regular TV. You have multiple of your favorites of favorites. Most of the time of mine, and I'm a YouTuber and you feel in every capacity. Like I watch YouTube all day. I put content on YouTube. And for me, I really don't think about the day or the time the person's posting. If I'm subscribed to you and you're posting, I want to be able to get it. Now I don't want to be able to get a post 2 or 3 months from now. That you posting now and 3 months later you posting, but I can deal with you posting 3-4 times a month and be content with that. You feel what I'm saying? Because the content that's on YouTube is massive. It's massive, and you can find so much about so many things. And I'm especially with the day with on demand. I don't know anybody who, unless your favorite reality show, but even me, like as long as we got on demand and record, so if you were thinking about doing a YouTube channel or doing anything on YouTube and you're like, I really want to do it, but I don't know if I could do this thing every single week. It seems like a lot. It seems like too much. Listen, just set some attention and say, you know what, I'm going to start off posting 2 videos a month. Stay consistent with them 2 videos a month. You learn a lot from them 2 videos a month. A lot. Okay. Especially if you're doing videos like I am, that's an hour long, that's 40 minutes long. You really, really, really want to be intentional about your consistency. You feel what I'm saying? It's really about quantity over quality. I mean, quality over quantity. It's about over quality over quantity. And you just want to make sure, and I'm not even talking about, all the aesthetics and the behind the scenes. No, I'm talking about being clear, knowing what you're talking about. If you want it long form, if you want it short form, I would suggest you do it more often. I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, in short form content, meaning 15 to 20 minutes, 25 at the max. If you're planning to your videos to be at the maximum 25, at the least amount 8 or 9 minutes, then I suggest that you do more videos a week because you can do batch creating those smaller videos. But understand and knowing that even in that capacity, you don't want to just be spitting out videos just to spit out. You want to have your audience, your core, real, true, blue audience that fucks with you. Make sure that what the information you're putting out really represents you. So let's talk about what we're going to do next season. Where we at and where's this podcast going? Well, you guys, I'm sure if you have been watching me, I'm sure you will know what I'm about to say. Next season, guys, we are going into human design, y'all. We are going to start talking about how to really know what you said you want your purpose to be before you even hit this earth. We're going to talk about how you're going to find out what your human design. We're going to talk about what human design is. What does it do for you? How do you find out your gifts? How can you develop? How can you become better? We are going to dive so deep into human design, y'all. One of the things I wish that I did was to start this channel about human design from the rip, because I feel like I would have started coaching already, and I will be making an income right now. I really feel that. Human design is one of the best things that ever happened to me. When I learned my human design, I was like, that's me. That's me. That's been me my whole life. I couldn't put a name on it. I couldn't put a word on it. I couldn't understand it. And here it is. Here it is. I'm not crazy. There's nothing wrong with me. This is why I'm the way I am and always been this way. And it feels like you finally put on a glove that fits, honey. That fit. That's what human design feels like. That just it fits. So I am truly excited, truly excited. And listen, if you're watching me, then you're watching me on YouTube. That's another thing. Sidetrack real quick. I will be taking time to put these 20 episodes on an actual podcast platform. Yes. Thank you for the applause, because we all know that's been taking too long. That's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous that all this time. But I'm telling you, this thing is a lot. This thing is a lot. And without feeling burnt out, it's but so many hours in a day, learning a lot, my income, I still got to pay the bills. And I, have a set budget that I invest in my business every month. And until I this business is making me money, that is the budget. That is what I have to stick to. So finding platforms that it's not gonna cost a lot, it could be difficult, but we gotta do this. We gotta do this. And so I said, well, since I'm gonna be taking this period off, this time off to do these videos, to take time for myself and to lose this weight. I won't be expanding a lot of energy by having to sit here and record podcasts, because it takes energy to record this podcast. And I tried to record podcast fasting. I thought I was going to die. It just wasn't working. It just wasn't working. Because truthfully, in the first 3 days, it's hard. It's the hardest days. And I just kept trying to push myself without taking time out to just focus on me. Just focus on me. You focus on one thing at a time, you have a higher chance of accomplishing that goal. So, but taking videos that's already made and already created and taking and uploading into a podcast platforms is something that I can do. I can take the time out and have the time to do it. So um that's my goal moving forward. um I do wish I would have started this podcast sooner. I do. I really do. But at the end of the day, I also have to stand, and that's my human part of me. But my spirit side understands and knows that everything happens when it's supposed to happen, and nothing is happening to me, but everything is happening for me, for my greatness. So I started when God knew it was time for me to start, and that's just on period. Okay. So listen, guys, I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss you these next few weeks. I ain't going to be too gone though, because your girl going to be dropping some shorts, especially since I haven't dropped no shorts in a few weeks. So I have some backed up shorts that is ready to go. And I'm going to make sure that I take the time out to get these shorts together. Tomorrow is Friday. It'd be the number one thing that your girl is going to do. But listen, I love you. Do you understand me, my butterflies? And we are going to fly off, and we're going to grow, and we're going to do this thing together. Don't forget your girl. I'm not going to say right now when the first video is going to post, but I am knowing today is 8th. Oh, it's August 8th, y'all. That's it's the day. It's a powerful day. It's a powerful day. It's August 8th. And Saturday, I'm planning to record my first episode. So morning, everything work out Monday. Monday, my first video will be dropping on my brand new channel, Becoming Christina Butterfly, on a journey to create a limitless life. That is the slogan for that channel, because that's what it is. I'm on a journey to create a limitless life. And a part of that is losing weight. A part of that is traveling. A part of that is learning and growing, and everything that's going to happen to me in my life. Now, let me keep this clear. Your girl is very private. I'm very private. So it's going to be some behind the scenes, but this is not going to be like this full-fledged all access to my life vlogs. It's not. We ain't even doing that. We ain't even going to start that. But my process on me losing this weight, my process on me self-developing me, me exercising, me eating right, me, you know, watching me how I write in my journal daily. There are certain things that I want you guys to see and know that I'm doing it, and that I also make mistakes, y'all. If I showed y'all this bedroom yesterday, and I'm talking about like yesterday and like a month, like and it's presentable right now, okay? But let me tell y'all, and one of the reasons why I had to focus on my weight, because I was in too much pain to even try to clean my room. My bedroom is in the attic. Once I got up the steps, oh my God, moving around, like I'm just like, y'all, I think I told y'all before, I went on a cruise and was walking around in a cane like I was 65 years old. Your girl just turned 45. Like, something has to change. And what I say to y'all all the time, you're the only one who can make a difference in your life. You are the only one who could do something about this. So I can't keep showing up here telling what y'all need to do to change your life, and I'm sitting here not happy in the skin that I am. Now, don't get me wrong. Yeah, your girl knows she beautiful. I love my chocolate. So why you think I do this to my hair, honey? I like to highlight the beauty of my skin and show off my, love for the arts, because your girl is an artist first, okay? But I gotta take my life and where I want to go serious. I want this podcast to be big. I want to travel. It's another thing why I wanted to have my, Becoming Christina Butterfly YouTube channel up and going, because when this traveling thing starts, honey, your girl is out, and I am not about to be out here all in pain. I'm not. I look amazing for my age. I look nowhere near nobody's 45, nothing. So I don't want to be walking around here with a cane looking like I'm supposed to be somebody 50, 60, not even 50. Like, cause I don't want to have no cane in 50. I want 80, 90. Like, you feel what I'm saying? And I don't want to have a cane then neither. But at least if I have one, it will be understandable. You feel me? All right, guys. So listen. Please subscribe. Click that like button, y'all. Subscribe. Make sure you click that bell icon so that you will know when the next video will be dropping. Okay? I will keep you updated. I will be posting. I'm gonna have to do more YouTube posts, just posting. So I will definitely be doing posting and keep updates in that capacity. And like I said, make sure I'm gonna send out that notification on Monday to let you know that your girl dropped a video at Becoming Christina Butterfly. Okay, I already got the YouTube all up together and everything. It just ain't no video on it yet, so I'll make sure I let you know exactly when the video drops. The video will be dropping on Mondays. Whenever it do drop, it will be on Mondays. All right, guys. So listen, I love you dearly. Thank you for your support. If you are already subscribed, I just want to thank you, because y'all are my A1, day one, number ones. Okay, my uno numerals. I love y'all so much. And I will see you when we return after my hiatus right here at Becoming a Butterfly podcast. The place where it's never too late to become your better self. Okay. And remember, guys, remember, ain't nothing in life is happening to you. But everything, and I do mean everything, is happening for you, for your greatness, okay? So hold on, sit tight. Everything will be okay. Do not give up. Have faith no matter what, okay? And remember, faith without works is dead. So don't be sitting around complaining if you ain't doing the work to change it, okay? All right, guys, I love you. And I will see you in 8 weeks. Now, wait. Before you go, I need you to stop 1 second and I need you to check out this brand new beat from my son, Z Notes Masters. All right, you guys, I see you back here.